Hi, my beautiful people. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's drive together as I talk about asylum at the airport while still in transit. In this video, I am replying someone who asked me if he can seek asylum at the airport while still in transit. My answer will be yes. It is possible to seek asylum while in transit at an airport, though the process is complicated and depends on the country's law and policies. If the person is at the airport and has not yet entered the country, for example, in the transit area, they may or might be able to request asylum by expressing a fear of returning to their home countries. Typically, this involves the individual requesting to speak with immigration authorities or border control officers to file an asylum claim. Some countries may allow asylum seekers to remain in the airport's transit zone while their claim is assessed, while others may detain them in holding facilities or even send them back to the country they arrive from if they do not meet the criteria for asylum. The ability to claim asylum while in transit often depends on whether the country where the airport is located has a specific procedure for handling such requests. It is important to note that asylum laws vary significantly from one country to another, and airport authorities may not always be willing to entertain asylum claims in transit areas, especially if the person has not yet entered the country. When someone seeks asylum at the airport while still in transit, the authorities will typically consider several factors to determine if the person is eligible to apply for asylum. The main reason for seeking asylum is generally related to fear of persecution or serious harm if they return to their home country. So, the common factors considered at the airport include fear of persecution. You must demonstrate a well-founded fear of persecution in your home country. For example, you may be going to face a major problem of race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group, for example, the LGBTQ, or political opinion, let's say retaliation for opposing the government. Another danger may be danger of torture or inhuman treatment. Some countries provide protection for individuals who fear being tortured upon return. Let me ask you a question. Did you know that if a person has traveled through a safe country, their asylum may be rejected if they could have applied for asylum there? Under the international law, particularly the 1951 Refugee Convention and its 1967 protocol, countries cannot return an individual to a country where they would face persecution or serious harm. If someone is able to argue that they would face such danger upon return to their home country, this could be a critical factor in allowing their asylum requested to be processed. Legal status of the airport and transit areas. The specific rules of the country in which the airport is located are important. Some airports, especially international transit areas, are considered neutral zone, meaning the individual or the person traveling is still technically in the territory of the process home country. If the airport does not allow asylum claim at the airport in transit, this can be complicated. So, in case someone, for example, let's say you sense immediate danger, let's say if the person faces an immediate risk in their home country, such as war, they may be allowed to request asylum based on the urgency or the emergency of the situation. So, if at all you're traveling and then you get an alarm or you get someone telling you that there is war back home, then you can generally specifically seek for asylum because of the war that is happening at your home country. So basically, this is what you have to go through when you want to seek asylum while still in transit. Thank you so very much for listening, and I hope it may help out the person you know or you yourself when you're wishing to travel to a particular country but you don't know how you can seek asylum. So you can share with your friends to know more about the asylum while still in transit. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good day.